Okay, in this video we are going to create dynamic navigation. As well, we are going to highlight the current page, so it will indicate which page currently you're on. So let's get started. Also, before starting this, I had forgotten to commit the code from the previous lecture, so let's just quickly commit that. And so make sure you're committing the code to gh pages. Just say basic Jekyll files. These were the files which we created in the previous lecture. So let's just commit them, and you can keep it at sync. Also, let's see if our Jekyll website is working fine. That means the domain name. Okay. Yes, I think the .com domain is linked to our GitHub Pages services or GitHub Pages server. Okay, it's working fine. So let's move ahead and we'll create this navigation as dynamic navigation. What I mean by that is I'll just show you. Let's start the server first locally. Jekyll serve -- watch, enter. And let's view the files locally. So when I visit about page, there is no indication that I am currently on about page. So either let's just make this text bold or maybe some different color. Okay, and yeah, we will make it maybe green. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. To make it green, I'll need to add a class of active. So maybe I'll add that class of active over here. Let's see. Green. Okay, well, I'll choose a different green color. Okay, I'll take this green color, and we'll need to add into our CSS file. Let's see if I have added any active class. Okay, I don't have. We'll just add that class over here, maybe nav custom. So below nav custom, we'll add that. Okay, after this I'll add this dot selected, and color is going to be this one, and we'll add it important. Okay, so we'll go to indexed. Where is my header? Oh, I think I did not commit footer file. Selected class. Okay, so we'll just open up our header file, and for now, temporary purpose, I'm just going to add class selected over here, just to see how it's looking currently. I'll refresh this. Okay, so this is how I want. If I'm on homepage menu should turn green. If I'm on about, the about page button should turn green. So let's do that. The main thing we are going to need to do is we need to put this navigation into a different file called nav.html. So we'll just remove this and create a new file inside includes folder called nav.html. Okay, and paste the code. All right, just indenting it correctly. Okay, so this link should get class of selected only if I am on that page. So the way we are going to do this is we are going to use Jekyll's if-else conditions. So we want to display class of selected only if I'm on that page. So we'll put a Jekyll if-else statement inside this curly braces. So I have to open the, so you have to type, so opening closing percentages. I'll just type if over here, okay, and you have to end the if statement, end if, and so if this condition gets satisfied, we'll spit out the class of selected, but the selected should come only if this current page dot URL equal to matches with the index.html. Okay, we'll type /index.html, and this should spit out the class name selected if this condition satisfies. Otherwise it will not do anything. So that's it. We'll just copy paste this everywhere in all the pages except for the post, because we are going to remove this. Okay, and replace index with the appropriate page names. Okay, that's it. Let's try this out. I'll refresh the page. Okay, I think there is some error. Okay, I think we forgot to include the nav. So let's just quickly include nav. I had removed nav from header, right? So let's go to header and include nav. Opening closing percentages, include nav.html, and let's check it again. Okay, so currently I'm on about page and it's reflecting perfectly fine, and home page works fine, about, contact. So we have the dynamic navigation ready, but this navigation, it's still not dynamic. What I mean by that is, if I add a new page in future, I have to go here manually, like I have to go over here and copy paste this again for the new page. I don't want to do that. So I want that as soon as I create a new page, a new navigation link should get added automatically. So the way we are going to do is, we are going to use few variables, and variables means we are going to declare few variables over here, and we are going to create a loop, and let's do that. Okay, so before we create that file, let's just create that file first. So the file name is pages_list. That's it. It doesn't have any extension, and I created inside includes folder. So we are going to loop through all the pages, but I'm going to add one more variable over here in our front matter, so group. So we are going to loop through only those pages where we have specified a group called navigation. So let's just add that, and it's going to be a string. Okay, by the way, this should be also inside a string, and I'm going to call it as navigation. Okay, let's just copy this to all the pages where we want those pages to appear inside our navigation. Also wrap this inside a string. Okay, so we know now that these pages are going to come inside our navigation. So let's just add that loop code over here. So now that we have added our front matter variable, so what we are going to do is we are going to loop through all the pages. So we are going to use a for loop, and we'll use a Jekyll for loop for that. Even if you don't know this programming part, it's completely fine. You can just copy paste this code next time whenever you're creating any web pages or any blog. So I'm going to open and close curly braces. So this is a for loop, and we have to end the for loop as well. So it's end for, so that's when I'm closing the for loop. And for loop is going to loop through all the pages in our page list. So we just call node inside pages underscore list. So we are going to provide pages list with a list of array inside nav.html, but let's just create the pages underscore list code over here first. So we'll loop through all the pages and we'll apply them particular class, but we have to also make sure that page exists, or if that page is part of our group navigation. So let's add if else condition over here. So of course if else condition is opening if statement over here and closing the if statement with end if, and the condition that we are going to check if group is empty or not, or if that group contains, okay, group equal to null, or group equal to node dot group. So with this statement we have checked if this current page or any page has a variable called group. Okay, so the next thing is, so with this, okay, I'll just type out the statement first and then I'll explain you again. So I'm just opening and closing an if statement again over here. This is a new if statement. So with this statement we are actually checking if the page is, the current page URL is with the current page or not. So page.url equal to the current page, the current address of the URL, the current browser URL, is it matching with the current page URL? Okay, and if it's matching, then we'll apply the class of active or apply the class of selected to it. Otherwise we'll just spit out the normal URL. Okay, so there's going to be an else condition over here. Alright, so inside this our URL will come. Let's just save this and let's check what we have in our nav. So I'm going to remove this part over here. Okay, right now I'm just copying this and paste it over here, and same thing, paste it over here, and from this we are going to remove this part because we don't want class over here. Okay, and we want the class of selected over here. So this is going to be like this. So let's add that. So this one should be also dynamic. So node means the current page which you are at, or all the pages. The array contains all the nodes. So node, of course this is also inside double curly brace, node dot URL. So this is going to be the current page, and I'll just copy this code, and this is going to be node dot title. This title is coming from this front matter over here which we declared. Okay, then we have to just copy the same things over here, and this one over here. Okay, and we'll just declare few safety variables which will just initiate our page list variable to nil and also group to nil. I'll also again repeat this. Even if you're not understanding this code, it's completely fine. Just copy paste this every time wherever you're creating any new website. So assign means I'm assigning a variable, a value, pages underscore list equal to nil. So this equal to is an assignment. This double equal to means it's a comparison operator. And I'll just copy paste this line and also initiate group equal to nil. So once you are done with this, you have to go to your nav.html, and all we have to do is provide the variable for our pages underscore list. All right, let's do that. We had copied li's inside our pages underscore list, so of course we don't need this part now, and we're going to include our pages underscore list over here. But before including that, we have to assign variable, we have to provide variable values to our pages underscore list. So what I'm going to say is opening and closing percentages pages underscore list equals to site. This is a global variable called site dot pages. So all the pages in our site, okay, this is a global object. It contains this property called pages, and I have just assigned this variable over here, this value. Okay, I'm passing this value, and next is assign the group. Group equals to navigation. Okay, and next is all we have to do is include the pages underscore list. Include pages underscore list, and that's it. And let's check our blog, local blog, how it works. Okay, it's working fine. As you can see, it's looping through all the pages we have. Oh, I think it's not. Oh no, it's reflecting. I got confused because I saw this sample post, but yes, it will also reflect the sample post because post is over here as an HTML file. So yeah, it's working fine, perfectly. Everything is working good. Okay, right? So sample post is not getting that highlight because it's not part of group. Okay, and you can see over here. Okay, so we need to add everything to it. Right now this is just getting reflected from the navigation part. Okay, and that's it with this lecture. When we meet in the next video, we'll actually add blog post. This blog entries are empty right now, or empty, I would say these are all fake entries. We'll actually add real blog entries to it. So see you in the next lecture.